I feel good energy from you though.
So can you tell me about the sea moss that you sell?
Yeah, so I get that straight from Honduras.
Okay.
I get it from Dr. Sebi's nephew.
Okay.
And I do use medical grade water. I am probably the only company that I have noticed, or they let me notice them, that uses the medical grade water to prepare it, which I believe takes it to another level. So sea moss is an algae.
You see I'm Southside reppin', Bigfoot steppin', Zone 3 section is God flow perfection. Hating on the church like I ain't blessed they section. If we ain't talking money, I got a weak connection, that's on the hood. She said get a bag, so I get it, got it good. Don't complain about my problems, I just put it in a wood. Seen a genie the other day, she said make it good. So I wish for good health, then I wish to look, it's sheep, not lieutenant.
Okay, another episode of Live on Lake Street. We have Jewel from the Alkaline Academy. Welcome.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for joining me. So let's talk a little bit, again, I like delving into these new types of interviews because I'm used to interviewing rappers mostly. So this is a little bit different, and maybe we can give some people some good health information because you have a crazy story. I mean, by all accounts, if you ask anybody in Western medicine, you should not even be sitting here.
Yeah.
But you are.
Yeah.
And you look healthy.
Thank you.
Do you feel healthy?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
So talk to me a little bit about your journey, about where things started and how you got to where you are now.
Well, I was born in the South Side,
Okay.
Hennepin County. My mother, she abandoned me at an early age because I was really sick. So my father raised me. My grandmother raised me. I was really born with a disability called Vactro syndrome. You have to have 3 letters out of Vactro to qualify for it. So I had renal, spina bifida, and I also had something wrong with my esophagus when I was a child. It affected everything. So I've had 13 surgeries. I had a colostomy bag when I was a kid. They repaired that. And I was in a coma 5 years ago. The surgery at 10 was supposed to paralyze me, but I went on and I was walking in 4 days after surgery, and the doctors looked at me like I was crazy, but I just kept telling myself I don't want to be in this wheelchair. Basketball was like, it always has been my thing to go to. So I was sick, and I would get out of a hospital stay, 14 days in the hospital, and go play 4 quarters in a basketball game.
Wow.
So I always felt like that was my outlet. I got older. After the coma, I was diagnosed with cancer. It took them a year to find it. I had colon cancer. It was stage 3. And it was progressing. And due to the surgeries I had on my intestines already, it was just eating my insides up. So they couldn't really explain it to me because my stomach was so full. Like, I wouldn't use the restroom maybe once every 2 weeks.
Wow.
And that was a normal thing. Now I use the bathroom every day, sometimes 3 times a day. So after I got out the coma and I was I had cancer, my life basically changed. Everybody I knew around me, they started calling me weird. I was studying Dr. Sebi. My best friend at the time, he actually told me to fast. So once I started looking into that, I have a friend that's a nurse that told me to find Dr. Sebi.
You mean like literally physically find him?
Like just find out about him,
Okay.
find him, do
I didn't know if you like went on like a scavenger, like looking for him. Where you at?
No. So I ended up not being in contact with him for a while. I studied and I fasted 21 days. During this, I had broke up with an ex that we've been together for like 6-7 years.
Wow.
So not only did I lose my health, I thought I was dying. I lost the person that I really was in love with. I ended up homeless just because I couldn't work. And I was working at Champs, and I worked at Champs for 8 years. And I've been a sneakerhead my whole life.
Yeah.
I gave it all up. When I fasted, I gave up the shoes. I gave up everything material. I told God, if you give me a second chance, I'll give it all up, and I will tell you I'll tell my story and my testimony every day.
Yeah.
And that's what I've been doing every day.
Wow. And so this Eventually, this led you to Alkaline Academy.
Yes.
So can you talk to me about what that is?
So Alkaline Academy is where I help people transition to an alkaline lifestyle.
Okay.
So I work with the more sickly clients.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have cancer, lupus, sickle cell, diabetes, those are like my specialties. I don't meet a lot of people with my symptoms yet because they're so indoctrinated in the medical system.
Yeah.
So they look at me and they're like, "Oh, you're just normal." So spina bifida is like a invisible disease.
Yep.
And I just started Alkaline Academy. I study herbalist, so now I'm a master herbalist. I'm a certified nutritionist, and I'm a health coach.
Mm-hmm.
I'm certified in that too.
Okay.
But I don't like to put a label on what I do because I don't feel like you can put a label on healing. Because I don't heal you. You heal yourself. I just give you the knowledge to do that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So people that need that stuff, they can come to you and
yeah.
you take on clients and help them. So
Yeah.
it's crazy to me that you're able, I mean, like, people will beat cancer. It's like, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
But you've beat like everything. Like everything.
So I ended up moving to California before I started Alkaline Academy.
Yeah.
So I ended up homeless in California, and I got a job.
Yep.
It was a weed farm.
Makes sense.
So it was like the dream job. I loved it out there, and I worked like only 6 hours, so I made a lot of money though out there.
Yeah. Was it dangerous?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Not really. Where I was at wasn't really.
Wasn't too bad.
Nah, but I went everywhere because I skate.
Okay.
So I would drive 2 hours just to skate.
Huh.
And basically living in California and being homeless, I was isolated for a year by myself on the farm. So I studied, I meditated, I worked out, I ate greens. I went 104 days raw, so I didn't eat anything hot.
Wow. What gives you the drive to do this? Because I feel like 99% of people would just fold up and call it a day.
I came this far, and I've came too far to give up.
Yeah.
Like, I can't see like everybody else, but I have different senses. And God shows me stuff that if I keep going, I'm going to get that reward. And for me, if my story can change one person's life, that's a triumph every day.
For sure.
And I don't want this to be hidden anymore. And I promise God and Dr. Sebi, like, I will tell every day, and I will continue your work, Dr. Sebi, and God will give me the strength to continue that.
Yeah. Talk to me about, so you had an actual relationship with Dr. Sebi?
I have kind of not really a strong relationship with him because he passed away right when I got into everything.
Okay.
So he passed away, and now I work with his family, his nephew.
Okay.
And his nephew, anytime I have an illness or I feel sick, hey, can you help me? This is happening. What do you recommend? So that's still like my advisor. But I study herbs, so I don't know just alkaline herbs. I know over 300 herbs.
Wow.
Just off the top of my head.
So his son has really carried on his legacy? I didn't know that.
He has a few of them.
Okay.
But his youngest son, one of his younger ones, he's doing everything that he's done.
Wow.
So he's made his own line. He's helping people, but he's just a little bit more cocky with it.
A little younger?
Yeah, he got a little twist on it, but I love him because he's not spreading bad knowledge like a lot of people are just for the money.
So there was controversy around Dr. Sebi's death.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on that, about the possibility that he was too dangerous, and is that something that you believe in? And do you feel like you being in this profession, do you feel like you're potentially in danger?
Yep, every day.
Yeah.
And they killed him. Because you have to think about it. They put him in a prison. He had no water, no food. Now, we can fast, but we eventually need water.
Yes.
So he died of nutrition and no water.
Yeah.
He didn't die from anything else. And can't nobody really tell me that. Because he was healthy when they got him.
Very.
So you're telling me he just died of a heart attack or whatever they said? No, that's impossible.
Highly unlikely.
Mhm.
Highly unlikely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't. And we know just from history that when someone is a threat to big business,
Yep.
they got to go.
That's why people ask me daily, why don't you go bigger? Why don't you do this? I have to be careful how I move.
Yeah.
I've came too far to just let them take me out like that.
Yeah, you're a threat
Yep.
to I guess essentially the government
Yep.
and big business,
Yep.
because if, like you said, you don't want this to be hidden anymore,
Yep.
and if this gets uncovered
Yep.
too much,
Yep.
you're going to have a lot of people going a whole different route, and then
Yep.
the farms are going to probably, those big farms are going to die, and yeah. So what? How do you deal with that? How do you combat that? Like, what do you do?
I move carefully.
Yeah.
I don't let my story get too big.
Yeah.
I just help my community more.
Yeah.
Everybody, I don't know if you know who Yada is.
I don't.
So he's another herbalist that he believes like he's Dr. Sebi's only predecessor
Okay.
because he has money, he's out there.
Mm.
I don't put myself out there because Yada, he healed himself of diabetes. Now, that's a big step. But what I've healed myself from, I will totally take out facilities with the knowledge I give to the people that are going through what I go through. Because you have to think about it. I had a doctor for every issue.
Yeah.
All them doctors get paid.
Yep.
I had 28 medications I took for 26 years. Imagine how much money that is. Imagine how many refills that was. That all stopped. So they lost so much money from me. And for me, it's breathing.
Yeah.
So that's why, like herbs and all that, our body needs oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people are just drowned in their organs.
How do we fix this, or is it too late? Are we too far gone? Because I think about this a lot, and especially, and we don't have to get into this conversation, but with like the vaccine,
Yep.
it's like I just personally can't do it because I can't logically make sense of it in my mind
Yep.
as to why that would ever belong in my bloodstream.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I just can't, it doesn't, COVID and all the flu, I just can't wrap my mind around putting that into my blood. Like, that's my blood.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that is.
Yep.
But then you think about it and go a step further, and it's like, that's everything.
Yep.
Everything we put in our bodies.
Yep. On
We
our
don't really
bodies.
know what it is.
Mm-mm.
And it seems like we're just too far gone. Like, how could we possibly go back?
No. We can go back. The time is now to change. Everything is changing. It's just the knowledge.
Yeah.
If you don't know, we've been programmed for years,
Mhm.
centuries.
Yep.
If we unprogram, and it starts with us.
Yep.
That's why I start with children. I started the academy to train them to grow food,
That's great.
to train them to learn herbs. So when you're outside, you ain't got no food, eat that. It might not taste good, but it's gonna make you live long enough till you get to food.
Yeah. That's a big lesson, and it's great that you're starting with children. And then I assume that obviously translates to the parents as well. If the parents don't already have some, I suppose if a child is in your care and learning this stuff, the parents probably already have some idea. Yeah. That's powerful. You hold a lot of power with that. That's scary, kind of, actually. Do you feel scared?
I did at first. I used to tell the people closest to me, if something happens to me, keep going.
Yeah.
Now I don't fear anything. You can't move with fear.
That's true.
The government feeds off it.
You keep records of all of this stuff so that, like Dr. Sebi obviously passed along a ton of information.
Yes, I do. I've wrote a book. It's called Acidic to Alkaline, A Journey to Alkaline Academy. So.
Okay. Can you talk to me about like what alkaline is? Because like I've been told it's been back and forth. Like I used to only drink alkaline water.
Okay.
And then I was told, I don't remember where, but I heard somewhere like alkaline is not actually good for you.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, it's good for you, but not in that water or whatever. What is alkaline? I know somebody that only eats and drinks alkaline. Like they make all their food with alkaline. Everything is alkaline. It always looks weird to me, but they claim it's delicious.
It is good.
Yeah.
It's good.
So talk to me about alkaline, the health benefits of alkaline and how it should be ingested.
Okay, well, for my predecessor, he did not believe in like a ionizer, which I use.
Okay.
I use it because the plastic we drink out of,
Yep.
it takes sometimes 2 years to get to us.
Yeah.
So how many times can it change temperatures in that time? How much plastic is leaching into the water?
Yeah.
You're ingesting that. That plastic is slowing down everything in your body. So I had to. Dr. Sebi was about the lesser of the detrimental foods to us.
Yeah.
So all the foods weren't necessarily good for us, but they are what he picked out to find that are healing enough that we have access to. Because there's food that we don't know anything about that was grown years ago, and we don't have access to more because they want control.
Okay. So, how do you find alkaline? Like, where do if I want to I guess, is it a physical thing or like, what is it?
So alkaline is basically our body's pH balance.
Okay.
So we have it in different systems. So our blood should be about 7.4 on the scale.
Okay.
That is healthy.
Okay.
Anything under is acidic. Everything above it is alkaline, but for the blood, you want it exactly 7.4.
Okay.
As far as like a woman's reproductive system, it sits about a 6.0. So it's a little bit acidic. So there is a balance throughout the body you want to have with alkaline. You don't want to be so alkaline because your body won't know how to react. As far as the ionizer, it is new technology. It's in Japan's in the hospitals. So they actually clean their utensils for surgery with this water.
Interesting. So if I wanted to make something, okay, I guess I'm still confused. So alkaline, like food, isn't necessarily made out of alkaline. It's just for.
No, so there's a list. All our food that we eat sits on a list of like 1 through 10.
Okay.
So 1 would be like very acidic.
Okay.
10 is very alkaline.
Okay.
And how I like to break it up is in the color like the rainbow.
Okay.
So, but don't think about it too much. A lot of foods are red and you go down and it'll get you'll get green, blueberries, all of that. Those are more alkaline.
Okay.
That's what you want to focus on. So like blueberries, any greens, anything blue and purple. That's how I tell the kids. If it's not candy and it's fruit and vegetables, eat the blue and the green the most.
Interesting. It's like grapes?
Cedar grapes. So we don't eat hybrid fruit because that's basically acidic.
Okay. And then do you know like what it is about this that makes the body react the way it does? Because I mean, like with all of the ailments that you've suffered through, your diet is what's really saved you.
Yes. Yep.
And would you say primarily alkaline?
Yeah, so I travel to different states and eat vegan food, but I have to fast afterwards.
Okay.
I can taste the chemicals in it, and I could just taste the stuff that's not supposed to be in my body. It rejects it now. So right now, currently, I'm on 10 days of a raw fast.
Okay.
And that's because I have a lot of inflammation from my spina bifida.
Okay.
So I'm trying to clear that out and build the muscle back up. And just get my breathing together. Because if you can breathe, you could do a 7-day challenge. And you can get rid of a lot of stuff. If you fast for 10 days, Will Smith fasted for 10 days and he got rid of high blood pressure like that. So a lot of celebrities do that, but it is a journey.
Yeah, I've fasted. I just recently did a 48-hour fast, and you couldn't convince me that I wasn't going to die of hunger.
That's how I am the first day and a half.
I went to a drive-thru at
there?
hour 24, and then I pulled off.
Wow.
I was about to eat,
Wow.
and then I didn't.
You got to be strong. You did that.
I did, and I don't know if I could do it again. It was hard. 48 hours. It don't sound like much.
That is a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
It's a whole lot. So 10 days?
Yeah. I did a dry fast for 36 when I lived in Texas. And then I went 21 days with just 5 green juices when I had cancer. So
But I suppose when you're dealing with something like that,
Mm-hmm.
does that make it a little easier?
For me, it did because you could set the donut in there, like right in front of me. I went out to eat with my ex and all my friends at the time,
Yeah.
and we went to a restaurant, a Chinese restaurant downtown. They ordered cracked chicken, so much food right there. I had my water, and I just drank my water, and I sat with them.
Water can do a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
Water makes a huge difference.
Oh yeah,
And mints.
yeah. You're not hungry. You're thirsty. That's what I tell people.
Right.
Like, you're not hungry. Just drink some water, and then think about: are you really hungry,
Yeah.
or are you thirsty?
Yeah.
So,
And I mean, so when you did this, first of all, dry fast, I assume that means you're not even drinking water.
no,
So that's fast. Nothing is
nothing.
nothing.
Nothing. I thought I was gonna die. I was in Texas.
And you were doing it because you thought you were going to die.
Yes.
And then you thought you were going to die because of what you were doing
Yes.
to combat the potential dying.
Yes.
Wow.
It was not a good combination, and I was moving around. A lot of people stay in the house, lay down. I was outside. I was on the bus. I was in probably 98-degree weather, the humidity, no water, and I was just moving. My body was like, if you don't keep moving, we are not gonna make it.
So what kind of effect did that have? Did it have an immediate, like, known effect?
Yes. So I study parasites.
Okay.
And I did that because I had parasites, and I believe that I got them from an
Come
injection
on.
from the hospital.
You have parasites?
Yes.
What the fuck have you not had?
Everything.
Oh my God.
Everything. So
Your strength is ridiculous. I mean, there's no way. Like, I'm calling it today. I'm done. I'm calling it. I go through all that shit. I'm done. I'm done because I'm gonna assume that I'm done anyways. And why am I gonna suffer while I'm here? But you just kept going.
yeah.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that. Like,
Thank
for real. Like, that's for real. That's incredible. It reminds me that anything is possible.
Definitely.
Because we do forget that you can really do almost anything you want to do. You can do it,
Yep.
and you beat all this shit. So now you got a clean bill of health,
Yep.
cancer free.
Yep.
Is there, like, is there a possibility of it coming back? Is that something you think about?
Nope. Don't think about it. Don't.
You just stay on that health grind.
all day. I don't even think about my illnesses no more unless somebody reaches out to me.
Yeah.
And from my past, because they only see the sick jewel.
Yeah.
I don't come around people anymore because I protect my energy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm an empath, so I take on people's energy.
Same.
And I can feel your sickness. So
Yeah.
if you're sick, I can feel that. And I don't want to take that on.
Can you feel mine?
I haven't really tapped in.
Okay.
I haven't really tapped in. I feel good energy from you, though.
So can you tell me about the sea moss that you sell?
Yeah, so I get that straight from Honduras.
Okay.
I get it from Dr. Sebi's nephew.
Okay.
And I do use medical grade water. I am probably the only company that I have noticed, or they let me notice them, that uses the medical grade water to prepare it, which I believe takes it to another level. So sea moss is an algae, and it's 92 minerals that we need. And no matter what sickness you have, if you have the right minerals at the high dose, not at the doses they give at the store, it has to be a high dose. It can cure almost everything as well.
Wow. So you grow the sea moss in the medical grade water?
No, I clean it about 6 times. I soak it, and
Okay.
then I blend it, and it's like a gel. I
Okay.
also make capsules because people don't like the texture and taste.
So is this like a daily thing that you would take, or is it just something you would take if you were in need, if you were sick?
I take it every day.
Really?
Yep. Sometimes 4 times a day.
Is it expensive?
I make it affordable.
Okay.
I'm not like a money hunger. Like when I first started, I probably charged way too much because I didn't know what I was doing. And I could have kept them prices because of the authenticity of that.
Yeah.
But I don't, because I'm here for my community.
Yeah.
I want y'all to be able to have this product. I'm not targeting a high market. I'm targeting my community.
That's great. That's good. So do you have competition in this field?
Lots of it here.
Lots.
When I first started, nobody sold it.
And now a whole bunch.
And they've all come to me and asked me, like, what do I do? Is this good? How do I start the alkaline lifestyle? So a lot of them, like I had partnered with somebody in St. Paul that is like a musician, and we fell out a little bit. She's alkaline and she sells it now, and she never sold it. And it's like I don't have a problem with teaching y'all as long as you have a good source and where you're getting sea moss. I myself wouldn't provide the gold sea moss anymore because I know it doesn't carry the mineral base that I have.
Yeah. So this was an artist you worked with?
Yes.
Who is someone we know?
Probably.
She's a rapper?
A little bit. She's more of like a pop-up shop person.
I'm trying to think if I know any artists from St. Paul that sells sea moss.
Yeah, I don't really want to throw no names out there because it's gonna be real controversial, probably.
Oh, okay. So you guys kind of split off.
Yep.
And she started doing the same thing you were doing.
Yes. So we had a whole group, and
That's funny.
I love them still because I don't have hate in my heart, but women, like, it's hard to work with women.
Yeah.
It's very
This
hard.
is what I've heard. I can't speak on it. That's what I've heard.
But I love women at the same time, so I reach out, and I will continuously reach out. If she still reached out to me, I will work with her again. There's no, like, hate in my heart for her.
So when people come to you for the game, you give them the game openly, or
I give them the game openly.
because it's about healing, right?
Yep.
It doesn't matter
Yep.
who it is if you're out there trying to heal people.
Yep.
Yeah.
I will call you out, though. If you doing something wrong,
Yeah.
I'll tell you, like, live. But other than that, I give you the game free.
Yeah. No, that's good though, because we want to hold people accountable for make sure people are doing it the right way, not just for the profit.
And that's where it is with most people. That's why they can't run a marathon. And I run my own race, and a lot of people try to challenge me in that. But I've healed stuff that people haven't even thought about walking through. So for me, it's not a competition. I want to help you do what I do, but don't try to outdo me at the same time.
Yeah. No, that definitely makes sense. So what are some other products that you offer?
I make energy jewelry. I have bracelets. I make candles. I have candles dropping.
Okay.
I have my book. I have hoodies. I have hats. And I do make detox packages specifically for the person, though.
Okay. So if somebody wants that, they'd have to come see you, kind of get a diagnosis, I guess, and then you would, based on that. So it's almost like homeopathy.
Yeah, that's where I'm actually studying to go next. So
Okay.
I want to get certified in that so they can't be like, oh, but you don't have that. Yes, I do.
I'm big on homeopathy.
Yeah,
It's worked for me many times.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. No, definitely, it's worked for me many times. I believe in that for sure. There's a lot of people out there that just are like, sugar pellets.
No, it works.
It works.
It definitely.
It definitely does, for sure. That's great. I might come see you and get a little detox package.
Appreciate it.
That's great. So do you have any closing thoughts on any advice you can give someone that's going through it?
Eat greens. Replace. Don't beat yourself up. So start slow. Take one bad thing out your diet. Add a smoothie in a day. One thing at a time. Make sure you're drinking at least a gallon of water a day. Long as you don't have heart issues. Make sure, and I'm not telling you to just quit your doctor, because I still go back and get tested. But also learn that you're not going to die.
Stay woke.
Yes.
Don't just believe everything that a doctor that's practiced Western medicine tells you.
Period. They want your money, not your health.
Yes.
Sick care.
And sometimes it's not even their fault. It's just what they're trained to do.
Exactly.
They believe that what they're saying is accurate as well, and it's not always, for sure. I've definitely learned this over the years. I don't trust Western medicine at all.
No.
I shouldn't say at all.
Yeah.
But for the most part, Western medicine should be questioned.
A lot of the times.
At the very least, it should be questioned.
A lot of times.
Yeah, if a doctor tells you you're going to die in 30 days, I have many instances in my life that have proven otherwise. And now another one, because you take the cake.
Thank you.
You take the cake, and that's amazing, and I'm happy for you. So congratulations, and keep going, and keep spreading your message. And I'm glad that we got to have you here.
Thank you.
For
I
real.
appreciate y'all time.
I hope this episode does hundreds of thousands of views, because more people need to see this.
Thank you.
Thank you. Where can they find you? Where's the shop? You have an actual like brick and mortar, or
Here on I'm working on it. I do want to fundraise for it.
Okay.
Just because I built my business off of my own funds.
Yep.
So I want a place where people can come for that.
Yes.
But now I just do deliveries, and you can reach me at www.alkacademy.com.
Okay. ALKacademy.com.
Yeah.
And then they can find anything that they need that you provide. They can find it there.
Yep.
Okay. Please, everybody, go check it out and take your health seriously, and don't just trust Western medicine.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your time. This was fun. I'm glad we could have this conversation.
Thank you. Nice meeting you.
Yeah, you too. Another episode of Live on Lake Street. I'm Jake Faircloth. Follow me everywhere at Jake Faircloth1.
Damn, Woody. In high school, I let it blam, Woody. I wasn't playing, Woody. I'm coming straight out the south. Hey, genius, best watch your mouth. When I put up on P&B, right, that ain't he come out. You moving ounces, I just moved 100 things in a drought. You want the south side, outside the fence of your house. You talking all that, then wanna come talk it out. If you ain't talking money, you talking.